Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Amplify, where we like to highlight and spotlight movers and shakers and ladies that I think are fancy for Women's History Month. Welcome, Allie Leng Barton. How are you, girl?
Hi, how are you, Miss Delilah?
I'm doing great, honey. I'm glad to have you again as a guest. And thank you for joining during this
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
wonderful month of March and for celebrating us women.
Yes.
And let's talk SEO. So, Ellie,
All right.
give them a little bit about yourself and the company Rank Writers.
Yeah, absolutely. I am Elizabeth Lang Barton, Allie. I have been in SEO and marketing for about 10 years now. And last year I was really fortunate to meet Brandy Young, who I was actually introduced to through you, Delilah. And we started this journey and we noticed that we were working with a lot of clients in our personal businesses
Mhm.
that were starting to see the impacts of SEO changes. And so
Yeah,
together we put our heads together and said, how can we help these clients? And what we found was that a content strategy that focuses on keywords and these SEO pillars really started to drive conversion and drive traffic for our customers.
yeah.
And so she and I came together and said, hey, if we can do this for the customers we're working with on our own, why can't we do this for other clients and other businesses? So we formed Rank Writers, which is a content subscription service that really focuses on SEO and not just basic SEO, but SEO for lead generation and for traffic generation.
Nice. Okay. And I like that you got down to the specifics. SEO for lead
Yeah.
generation. And obviously, that is a very big service
Yeah.
product in our mortgage technology
Yeah, it's
space.
like blogging for dollars is the best way to think about it. Blogging for dollars, making, putting some pen and paper together to get some more money, getting people in the door.
I do. And for those that don't know, SEO when it first got started, Allie told me it kind of it came about when the internet was
Yeah.
created. That's how long it's been around. And in
Yeah.
the beginning, it is very numbers and science. So it was very heavy men, right, Allie?
So that's I think what's interesting about SEO is in the beginning, um, it was very much how many keywords can you get onto a page, how
Oh,
many like very straightforward. You follow this checklist and you're gonna get onto page one. But because of the numbers behind it, you're looking at the number of keywords, you're looking at the keyword difficulty, you're looking at a couple of these different factors. SEO has traditionally been a very male dominated field and still continues to be pretty male dominated, but we're
okay.
starting to really see some movers and shakers that are women coming into the space. And what I find really interesting is the women who are really succeeding in SEO are women in tech, women in finance, because they understand that math side, they understand that science side, but they also now have the art. And that's where SEO is evolving from just, you got to check these 10 boxes to, it's really an art. You need to make sure that you have, consistency. You need to
Yeah.
have a strategy, but there's also, it needs to read for a human, not
Yeah.
just for a search engine. And that's how it's changed.
Okay.
So women are becoming more and more important in SEO because a lot of the time the women are coming from more creative fields in marketing. And so they're bringing together this science and this art to create something that gets traffic to a site and gets those leads in the door.
I that you wrapped it all up. You did such an amazing job explaining that because it is now become an art form. And obviously us ladies have that special skill set of being
Yeah.
creative, having creativity, right? And so now putting art and science together and look what can come about. Look what
Right.
how it's applied to SEO. So I absolutely love how you just explained all of that. Now as we move forward, right, with SEO,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything that someone that has not worked with SEO, like a strategy, lead gen, can you give us maybe an example of how SEO can help them with their business, whether they are a mortgage lender, which
Yeah.
obviously my following is very heavy lending
Mhm.
mortgage, but even to a realtor.
Yeah.
Okay. Give us
Yeah. So let's just talk about the basics of SEO.
okay.
SEO, plain and simple, sounds scary. It's search engine optimization. And it is getting people to your website through search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo. And there's a whole bunch of others. I mean, we're now looking at AI search like Perplexity and ChatGPT, etc. But it's really, at the end of the day, just about getting your website to show up first or to show up on that first page so that you get people to your website. Once you get those people there, you then have to convert them. And that's where we take a step further than just traditional SEO. And we're
Okay.
really seeing success for people who don't just apply the fundamental SEO, but really focus on content. At the end of the day, it's content. And when I say content, what do I mean? I mean blog posts, words on your website. So for somebody that hasn't done this yet, the easiest place to start is number one, adding a blog to your website, consistently posting blogs that are relevant to your audience. If you're getting a question consistently from your borrower, from your client who's looking for a new home, for realtors and for lenders, look at those commonly asked questions. Look at the common challenges that your borrower or client are coming across, and just write down what you would tell them as a professional.
Okay.
And then that's the first step. I mean, that's just content. That's just blogging. It's the easiest way for you to get started. Now, where a partner like Rank Raiders would come in or an SEO would come in is we're going to take those words and we're going to tweak them so that they have phrases in there that the search engines are looking for or people are Google searching for. What's really interesting right now is you can get picked up fairly easy if you're answering those questions, because right now there is this new AI overview in Google. And what AI overview is it's that little thing at the top that whenever you go into Google, I'm sure you've seen this, you type in, what is the airspeed velocity of an laden swallow? What is, how do I buy a house? You just type it into Google, and at the top of it, it comes up with its own AI answer.
Yes, it
and
does.
Inside of that, they cite websites that have provided that answer.
That is
so if
correct.
you're just answering questions, if you're just answering those frequently asked questions, you are more likely to show up there because Google is searching for the question that someone Googled. And then they put you in the overview and you come up at the top of the page.
Okay. And you said already a couple of times, like, you want to be able to be, I guess, like top of mind when it comes to Google, right?
Yes.
So how important it is to show up right away? It
is so important. People don't go past page 1 anymore. And it's real. They do, but like, think about the last time that you searched.
Yeah, I didn't go past.
You don't go past page 1. And the AI overview is now taking up positions 1, 2, and 3. And then you have 2 or 3 sponsored ads, the ones that people are paying to land on page 1 using, Google's advertising platforms.
Got it.
And then you maybe have 2 or 3 remaining spots there.
And that's
sometimes 4 if you're lucky. And so if you're not coming up in that AI overview, or you're not coming up in people also asked, because that's a really frequently used section, you're not being found. So you have to optimize not only for Google, but those SERP features. And a SERP feature is basically a fancy word for that AI overview, the people commonly asked, or sometimes whenever you go into Google, they'll have pictures on the side. Yeah. You put pictures in your content. Those can help lead to your site. But just really looking at all the different aspects and weighting the importance of, where do I want to show up? And so it's very cool because there's so many different places you can show up. And by simply answering FAQs, that's the best way to start. I mean, if you wanted to just go for it on your own, that's the best place to start. And then I would suggest, if you're not an SEO, reach out to an SEO partner, because a lot of the time it's an affordable way to get people to your site. And it's an affordable way to drive lead gen. We had a client that we did a comparison of how much they were paying in PPC, which is pay-per-click advertising.
Yes.
Compared to how much traffic they generated from their blogs and organic traffic. And if they had tried to get the same amount of traffic that we generated organically, it would have cost them $133,000.
Oh my.
Get that traffic.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So, thinking about you post 8 blog posts a month, you post, 16 is typically where we suggest, because Google wants 3 to 4 a week.
Got it.
But you post even just 8 and you start driving traffic, it's going to be a lot cheaper than paying to end up on page 1 at that $133,000.
Wow. That is a lot of money. Allie, I always appreciate you coming on, because every time you do, we talk. It's not like we don't.
Yes.
But I always learn something new. Like that is SEO is affordable. So if you want affordable lead gen, Allie, how do they reach out to you?
Yeah, so you can reach out to me at allie@rankwriters.com, or if you just visit rankwriters.com, there's a little calendar scheduler on there. You can book time with me. You can book time with my business partner, Brandy.
Yes.
And we'd be happy to, even if you just have a couple questions and want to talk through, hey, I'm thinking about SEO, we're more than happy to help you out.
Yes, and this applies again. Like I said, I'm very heavy in the lending space. So you mortgage companies, whether, retail heavy or even your broker, definitely reach out. And if you want to learn more about SEO and how you can generate leads, I highly encourage you reach out to them. They are amazing. And
and this is huge for lenders, because borrowers are looking up information before they find a lender.
That is true.
Number of times I've heard friends say, "Oh, I'm saving up for a down payment." And I'm like, "Do you have a lender yet?" And they're like, "No, I don't have a lender yet." So they're Googling everything they need to know. And a lot of the times what they're finding out is wrong. So if you can put the right information out there and drive someone to your site, then you can convert them into a borrower, have that conversation.
Amen. And with that, thank you everyone for watching another episode of Amplify. This is a Women History edition. And Allie, thank you. You're always
thank you. This was wonderful.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.